So, update day 2. Woke up this morning pretty early, and Bonnie and I got picked up and went to the care office for the first time. And we were going to meet with some of the care local staff. So, the main manager of the SDVC project, the Strengthening the Dairy Value Chain project, is this guy named Siddiqui, who's absolutely awesome. And we were hoping to get a brief from him on the project and his perception of the project, and also to figure out some of the scheduling arrangements and logistics with the other contact that we have there. The administrative assistant's name is Tanjina, and she's awesome as well. And so when we got there, we got to meet Siddiqui, and he actually let us know that Dr. Shamsuddin, who's the founder of CDVF, the Community Dairy Veterinary Foundation, the one we're actually writing the business plan for, was actually coming to Dhaka within an hour or so. And then we get to meet him because of a meeting with some other stakeholders on a different part of the project that we're not working on. And so when Dr. Shamsuddin got there, we actually got a chance to speak to the two of them together and plan out a route for the rest of the 2 months that we're here, and a schedule. I can actually show it to you right now. So this is the plan that we drew up, and Bonnie made a schedule on our computers. So as you can see, we're in Dhaka, and from Dhaka we're going to be here for about 3 days. So one more day, Tuesday, and then on Wednesday we're going to leave and we're going to travel north to Mymensingh. Mymensingh is where the Bangladesh Agricultural University is, and it's supposed to be our home base for the project and where CDVF was founded. And we're going to stay in Mymensingh for a few days and see what the pilot project looked like there, and also what the university is like, and get to some time to spend looking at strategy type items with Dr. Shamsuddin. And then we're going to travel from Mymensingh down to Sirajganj, and Sirajganj is one of the pilot projects in the north or kind of central part of the country that has one chilling plant, I believe. And we're going to spend a night or so there in Sirajganj, and then we're going to travel from Sirajganj down to Satkhira. And Satkhira is the biggest project. As you can see, that's the south part of the country, southwest part of the country, where they have the largest and most successful to date project from CDVF running. They have 6 chilling plants there with BRAC, and the most borrowers. They churn out something like 20,000 liters of milk per day from their borrowers in the area, from the members in the area. From Satkhira, we'll be traveling back up to Dhaka. The route I haven't sketched in yet, because I'm not sure if there's a different route or not, or which route we'd be taking. And then we're going to spend the weekend in Dhaka, just kind of recomposing and looking back at what we've learned and putting some stuff together, and also getting some time to explore Dhaka better. And then we're traveling up again the next week. We're going to travel up through Sirajganj again, but instead we're going to go up this time to Bogra, which is one of the projects in the north, right here, that CARE is funding, and Joypurat, which is right up here, which is the one closest to the Indian border. As you can see, this is where West Bengal comes in. And we're looking at that particular project that CARE is funding as well. So some of the more relevant projects based on the fact that CDVF and CARE are working together on these. And then we'll travel back down to Dhaka again within that week. So the rest of this week would be spent kind of doing the Satkhira route. Next week will be spent doing the Jaipurhat route. And then we will come back down to Dhaka, and we will spend a few days split between Dhaka and Mymensingh, again looking at operations this time and trying to figure out what next parts of the business plan need to be conducted. In the second week of July, we'll be traveling down to the southeast of the country this time, to let's see if I can find it here, Chittagong. And Chittagong is one of the more famous parts of Bangladesh, where Muhammad Yunus actually first pioneered the projects of Grameen, and where the first Grameen Bank borrowers were from, and where he was teaching at the time. And in Chittagong, they're trying a very new, innovative model, because the farmers tend to be a little bit wealthier in Chittagong than the rest of the country, and also because the price of milk is generally higher in the informal sector. They're trying to set up a 24/7 one-stop shop for farmers to go to get veterinary advice, and also to buy their feed and other kinds of things. So instead of going into the community to find the farmers and doing monthly checkups with them, instead they're allowing the farmers to come into one-stop shop because they have the resources to do so, and also it works better in terms of efficiency of the model. So we wanted to check that one out and see how that works. Then Bonnie and I will travel down alone, without any of the project members, to Cox's Bazar. And Cox's Bazar is kind of known as one of the big touristy type attractions in Bangladesh. We'll spend 3 days in Cox's Bazar. It's the world's longest beach, not particularly developed, but it's more developed than much of the rest of the country. And we're going to spend some time there, just Bonnie and I, trying to figure out the project, really writing a lot of the business plan, compiling our thoughts, and coming back with some of our key conclusions. We'll then travel back up from Cox's Bazar, back up to Dhaka, either by train or by plane or something like that. And then we'll spend the last 2 weeks split between Dhaka and Mymensingh. And we will be doing final touch-ups of the project and really trying to compile the rest of the business plan, which will kind of allow us to make some presentations to the key stakeholders in the last few weeks. We got to sit in on a meeting today with 5 of the partners who are working on some of the key parts of looking at livestock workers, or paravets, who are not necessarily veterinarians, but who are trained at a particular function within the veterinary value chain to conduct for smaller scale farmers. So they're paid they're kind of like the relationship between a nurse and a doctor, where a doctor might spend 8 years doing a degree and a medical degree, and then doing a specialization, whereas a nurse might spend just the 4 years doing a nursing degree and get trained in something specific, or in this case a 1-year paravet kind of certification. And they're looking at how they can create some kind of a certification for paravets or livestock health workers that would help legitimize their function, as opposed to right now, where they're kind of the vets don't want them to take their work because they think that they'll be taking their work, but there's not enough vets to get around either. And they could also serve the poor better in a specific function, but are facing resistance on that front as well because they're not certified. So it's trying to find a happy medium and trying to develop some kind of a curriculum. Then we spent the rest of the day trying to go get our cell phones done and our network cards and stuff like that. To get our cell phones done, we had to go get photocopies of our passport and pictures taken and all sorts of stuff. So we ended up not being able to do that today, but tomorrow we're going to go to Grameen Phone early in the morning, and we'll have ourselves some Grameen cell phones for the rest of the period. And then when we go up to Mymensingh on Wednesday, we'll be getting our internet card. So hopefully you'll be able to see me post this by the time I get that, because my internet is so slow right now that literally my computer's been sitting there for the last 3 hours trying to upload a few PDF attachments. So fairly slow and difficult to work with. Anyways, that's me signing off for tonight. Lots of learning and an exciting project plan.